So what I'm going to do, I think, next is to install GNOME next, which, as you can see, is lots of individual packages, most of which are already installed. So most of this is going to be actually installed in the applications that are mainly built around GNOME primarily. And it could be that some of these are installed, it's just that I haven't managed to identify them as links to visit. For example, I think this Totem PL parser is one that's been installed. So yeah, let's start at GNOME. So let's get in there straight away and start with GCR, which we've built. In fact, what I should do is to load this in a separate tab, and I should see. So really, librest is probably the potential. In fact, I think what I'll do is see if these are on here. So that, in theory, should be installed. And I'll double check with the information of what's installed. Librest, yep, that's there, so that's definitely been installed. GTK, remove this option, GTK source view are installed. Let's see if that's installed. Yep, that is. Let's see if this library is available. Yep, that's there as well, that's been found. So that's definitely installed. Let's activate that one. Okay, so Totem Parser PL, I think this has been done as well. Totem PL parser. Yep, that's installed. Yelp XSL. So there should be a directory by the looks of it. No programs or libraries. No, so it doesn't look like we've done that one then. Let's do a search just to double check. Yep, not found. Okay, so this is one we definitely need to install then. That's done, and install. So Yelp install. Yelp XSL, sorry. Okay, shut that one down. And the next we've got is libg. I don't remember this one. So let's copy. Oh, XVF. So build this. tests. And install it. Right, okay. Let's do it the quick way. And that's done. So that's libg. Shut that down, and next we've got libps. I don't remember that one either. So we've got some other options here, or explanations. Let's build the temporary build directory and then copy the meson setup command and see if there's anything to adjust here. So we can add in VAPI equals true because we've installed that, and add demos equals false. We do not wish to build a demo program, so let's leave that in there and build it with Ninja. Okay, so we're not building the API documentation, so we'll go straight on to building the tests, and they've run successfully. So let's install, and that's done. So libps. And next got libshumate or shumate. Protobuf C. Okay, build it. Okay, that's compiled. Let's run some tests. All passed, so install that. And that's done. It's been added to the spreadsheet. Tidy that up, close that down, and we can install this libshoemate. Okay, so it doesn't look like there's any optional changes. That's compiled. Let's run some tests. All passed. So we can install that. And that's done. Libshoemate or shoemate, I'm not sure what that is. And next, XDG Desktop Portal GNOME. I think this was one that I had the option to build earlier, but decided against it. So until we did build GNOME. XDG Desktop Portal GNOME. So compile it. That's all done, so it's time to install it, and it's complete. So XDG Desktop Portal GNOME. So just a handful of packages to build there because we've done the bulk of the work, and that's all the libraries got done. So we've got a few desktop components to do. I don't think any of these have been installed. Possibly that one, but maybe not. I have got a package to reinstall after Nautilus. Let's see if we can find what that is. Just scroll back. Yeah, there it is. Rebuild after Nautilus for Nautilus plugin. Right, so it's a plugin for Evince. So we'll go back to that after Nautilus has been built. So let's go to GNOME backgrounds next. And compile it and install it, and that's done. So GNOME backgrounds, And next we've got Nautilus. Needs libportal. And a patch. And some run times and some optional which we've got. So let's just fetch that. Oh, looks like we've installed this one actually. I've just re-downloaded them, so I'll remove these. Close that down. In fact, what I should do is just double check that the libraries exist. In fact, I should look for all of these because I would expect them to all exist. So let's do a find with sudo from the root minus iname. Right, so we've got the SO, but we haven't got the GTK 3 and 4 ones. So this might be worth actually reinstalling the portal. Oh, that's strange. I didn't put down to reinstall this after GTK 3 and 4. So I'll add a note in here now. Rebuild after GTK 3, GTK 4 and Qt6, which we can do now. Right, so we will install this one then as a rebuild. So lib portal, and it says if a previous version is installed, move the headers out of the way so that later packages do not encounter conflicts. Okay, so we're not using a previous version. Let's patch this. We'll create the build directory and copy the setup. And it looks like I would say that we can change VAPI to true because we've got that installed, and therefore there's no option stating about enabling GTK 3 or 4 or Qt6. So I'm going to look at the results of this to see what it says. Yes, it has enabled the backends automatically, so that's good. So let's build this. It shows this is worth rebuilding if we're getting those backends that didn't exist before. So we should see those libraries appear after building and installing this. Ninja test. It says additional debus daemon processes need to be killed after the tests are run. Okay, that's finished. So do the tests. Sorry, we've just done that, haven't we? Installation. So let's search for that lib portal again. And just to prove that we have got the extra binaries, and we haven't, which is interesting. And they weren't built either. PC depths, maybe it's just these files here that's adequate. Oh, there is a symlink, right, I see. Oh no, there is libportal -d GTK. Oh, that's why they weren't found. Oh, so maybe I didn't search for it correctly, so maybe they did exist already. Never mind, it's been rebuilt anyway. We know it's there. So that's done. I'll put that in as rebuilt. I've got doubts in my mind whether that was absolutely necessary now, because I didn't search for the right string. Reinstalled. So it looks like we can install Nautilus now. Right, is there any other options? Okay, so we've got local search, so let's just accept the defaults. Okay, all those tests have passed, so let's install. And that's done. So that's Nautilus. And now I've got to reinstall the package because Nautilus has been installed. And that's Evince. And in fact, that's one of the GNOME applications. So I may as well wait until we get to that because I'm working through all of these anyway. It seems may as well just do that then. So let's go on to GNOME shell extensions next. And build it like this. And install. And that's done. GNOME shell extensions. GNOME shell extensions. Okay, and shut that down. Next one we've got is GNOME tweaks. And copy and paste the build instructions and install it. And that's complete. So it's GNOME tweaks. So now I've got GNOME user docs. Oh, I've already done that. CD. Okay, configure and make. So that's built. Time to install it. Okay, that's done. Tidy that up. And that's on the spreadsheet, so I can carry on with Yelp next. Let's just check that is the next one. Yep. So it says you can use GNOME as it is now, but this provides built-in help. So let's build this. And install it. And need to update this desktop database with the MIME info as the root user. And that's Yelp finished. So that is the GNOME Desktop built. So I'm going to carry on and build the GNOME applications, and in fact, probably best to get to it from here. In fact, I'll have a look here first of all, because it looks like the GNOME Color Manager might already be installed. And Evince is a reinstallation. So let's go through these one at a time. So what's this? Graphical Directory Tree Analyzer. Interestingly, we haven't been told how to start GNOME. I presume it's just assumed that it will be started from the GNOME Desktop Manager. So I'll build these here then, and we'll just access it via the GNOME Desktop Manager when we come to build that then. Actually, I wonder if I can find out what. Yeah, I'm not sure which. Might be GNOME session service client. I'm not sure exactly how it starts. Right, so that's built. No test suite, so let's install it and see about trying it out. Okay, it doesn't seem to be starting. Does it need a location maybe? This is a graphical tree analyzer. No, it hasn't started at all. Let's see if it's in here at all. No, it didn't seem to want to start, so I'm not sure why that doesn't want to start. It's got all the dependencies in, unless it's something that only works from the GNOME environment, but I doubt it. Well, it's definitely working because the help's working, the version's working. So I'm not sure why it's not starting up. Maybe we can try that when we get into GNOME. Okay, I'll add that to the list then as completed. And next on to Brazero. Alright, we've got some dependencies here possibly actually, so let's deal with them first. Lib-iso burn. Right, yeah, we haven't got that one. So compile it. And generate some documentation. And install it. And install the documentation as well. So that's done. So lib-iso burn. And then we've got DVD plus RW tools. Yep, we haven't got that one. Right, it needs CDR tools at runtime. So we can install these now. Let's fetch it as well. Let's just check we haven't already got that one. No, we haven't. Okay. Right, so I think we just copy this. Okay, that's done, so now let's install that. And that's done. So that's CDR tools, that's in the spreadsheet. Shut that down and we'll do DVD plus RW tools. So apply the patch, compile the program, and install it. And that's complete. DVD plus RW tools. Back to Pro0, and that looks like that's ready. Did I download it? No. So patch and compile it. So I think we can just take the defaults and compile it. Okay, and I'll install that now. And that's complete. Add that to the spreadsheet. Right, and I've just had a look at starting the GNOME desktop environment, and it's called GNOME session. So I'm going to switch to that, see if this, well, let's see if this Pro0 works first of all. Yeah, so maybe it's something to do with GNOME that's required then, and that's why these aren't working, these apps. It might be possible that it's not working in X11, it needs to be in Wayland, that's a possibility. Exit it. So I'll comment that one out and put in exec GNOME session. Did I not have a comment there? save that. So if I quit this and log out and restart, X is failing. Okay, so maybe there's something that needs to be configured or finished off that I've not yet done. I can't see anything there. Let's look for no, there's no errors there at all. So it's probably some setting I need to activate. That's all I can think of. Lost GNOME session to your GNOME target. Oh, these are probably not running actually, are they? 3. Put them up here. They're probably more likely to work. GNOME session. Okay, I'll have to switch it back to the LXQT, I think, and carry on building the programs and then try and find out what I've done with GNOME session. I always seem to have problems with GNOME. I don't know why. I'll clearly misunderstand it. Right, so let's get the browser up and Firefox and terminal. Let's use the Q terminal again. Okay, so I'll have to go through and just test these out afterwards. Right. So Evince is going to be a reinstallation. Let's do this a bit at a time. So that's needed. Okay. So we can put in this PS enabled. libspector is installed. Is that external actually? Oh yes it is, so we won't put that in. So I think we'll just take this as it is. And run Ninja to build it. So that's built. Install it. And that's for test method of install, and that's done. So Vince, I imagine if I try and run this, if I can find it, let's see if we can find the zero is there. Oh yes, that's running now. Maybe just a restart on the command back to the desktop was enough, although I've still got to find out why GNOME's not loading. Let's try, would it be an accessory? Disk usage analyzer. Let's see if, yeah, this is loading now, so obviously I need to just restart the session. So yeah, this seems to be running fine. It could be a reboot or something, maybe to load libraries from fresh. Okay, so that seems to be working fine. Yeah, that's quite ugly. Right. So Evince, let's try that one. Don't know where that would be, probably Office. Yeah, that's it there. So just a PDF viewer, but I can't find any PDFs now. User share. GCC will probably have something. Maybe not. Okay, so I can't find anything at the moment. Let's do a search. Right, so Gawk. Let's try Gawk. Was that under share? Doc. Oh yes, that's where I should have been looking, isn't it? Gawk. Yeah, let's load it. General program. So there, that's worked fine. So that's Evince, that's been reinstalled. So So I'll paste that in, reinstalled. I'll mark off the original version to say that that's done. Okay, that's good. So there's another reinstallation that is done. So I've only got one for XDG utilities. It requires KDE or GNOME to allow tests to complete for some reason. I don't know why it requires them. Pin entry for after KDE frameworks has been built. Poplar after Qt6 Ocular and GTK3. And Breeze icons after KF6. So there's 4 reinstallations, so that's good. Okay, so let's get on to, did I delete this? I take it I did. Yep. Evolution next. So this needs BOGO filter. Okay, so we haven't got these other databases, so we'll just configure as it is. Run some tests. Not validating HTML. XHTML 1.1 DTT not or improperly installed. Okay, yeah, I don't think we've got anything to support that. So I'll install this, and that's done. BOGO filter. And go back to evolution. We've got Seahorse next. So as I said, and build it and compile it. Run some tests. That's okay. So let's do an install. And that's complete. That's Seahorse. Next we've got, yeah, we can do evolution. Okay, contact maps. Okay, we haven't got that. Okay, so it looks like we can add enabled weather on. Oh, it's already on there. So I think just copying and pasting this is sufficient. Okay, that's done. Let's install this. And that looks complete. Evolution 3. So I'll add that to the spreadsheet. Evolution. Okay, presume this is going to be under Office. Yep, there it is. Do not change settings. Okay, so yeah, that looks like a email-y type thing, sort of general personal information management center thing. So that looks like that works. Move now onto File Roller. Needs CPIO. I'm feeling we've got this, have we? No, I thought we installed it for something else. Okay. So workaround for GCC 15. Configure and build it. With these commands. I don't think we need to change anything. That's done. We can make some PDF and PostScript documentation and run some tests. All good. And install. And also install the PDF and PostScript documentation. So that's CPIO installed. So I'll update the spreadsheet. CPIO. And back to File Roller. Unroll. Have we got that one? No. Okay, so make file. install it. Okay. Add that, unrar. There it is at the bottom. Close that down and we can build file roller now. Okay, so I think we can just copy and paste this. And install it. And update the icon cache with these commands. And that's done. Okay, that's file roller. Next we've got GNOME calculator. So compile. Okay, run some tests. That's all good. So we'll install. And that's complete. Right, just realised I didn't test that file roller thing, so I'm not sure what it was. Might be an accessory file roll. Oh, it looks like a archiver. Right, okay, well that's loaded. Right. So I don't know how to get back to the root. That one there, maybe. Yeah, that's it. Go into sources and load up one of these. Yep. Same thing as before. That's fine. And let's try the calculator. There it is there. GNOME project, so that's all right. Yep. Okay, so that's GNOME calculator. Next, we've got GNOME color manager. So we've got docbutils installed, but it currently causes a fail there, so we've got to disable it with that command and build the package. And run tests and install it. So that's GNOME Color Manager. Under System Tools, Accessories, Graphics. No, not sure where this will be. I wonder if it's that one. Not sure if this is it or not. Let's try running it from the command prompt. I presume we just ran GCM Viewer. Yes, it is. And there's another program there, GCM Picker. Okay, needs a bit of hardware attached by the looks of it. So anyway, that's working. So GNOME Color Manager. And next on to GNOME Connections. Needs free RDP. Capital F. Right, so there's lots of options here, so let's investigate each one separately. CMake command, and let's have a look. Cairo on, client STL. Okay, FFmpeg on. TSP. Server on. So lame on if you wish to enable support for lame. So we can add that in. And FAAC. Now I'm not sure what will happen with both of these on. If it will just pick one off, it will flag that there's a conflict. Oh, and also this one as well. So it may choose one in preference. Okay, so let's now build. Okay, that's done. Let's install it. Oh, what did I do there? Sudo -e. And that's done. That's complete. Okay, so that's on the spreadsheet. We can go back to GNOME connections and we need GTK VNC. Okay, compile it. And tests all passed. Install, and that's done. So GTK VNC. And shut that down. And we can build GNOME connections now. Copy and paste. That's all compiled and tests all finished, so we can install it. And that's done. So that's GNOME connections. Okay, that's in the spreadsheet. What does this do? A VNC and RDP client for GNOME Desktop. So is that going to be under accessories? Connections, is that it there? Yep, it is. So that looks okay. Yep, that's good enough for me. Let's look at the menu. Yep, that's fine. So move on to GNOME Disk Utility. And again, it's a simple copy and paste. And install. GNOME Disk Utility. Put that in the spreadsheet. And let's see if we can find this one. Disks, is it that one? Yeah, that's it there. So that seems to be working okay. Okay, it's like a partition editor. So that's okay. Next on to GNOME logs. Okay, so build it. Test it. All good. Install it. And that's done. So GNOME logs is a log viewer for the systemd journal. So let's see if we can find that. I imagine it's going to be a system tool. Yep, there it is. Okay. Yep, that looks like that's working. So that's GNOME logs. Put that in the spreadsheet. And move on to GNOME maps. And build this. Run some tests. That's all good. Install it. And tidy up. Okay, so what does this do? Map application. Maps, there is that. Okay, it's identified that I'm in the UK, somewhere on the south coast. So that seems to be working fine. What can we do here? Nothing there. No favourites. Weymouth to London. Yep, that seems to have found a route, so that's fine. So GNOME maps is installed. Now we've got GNOME Net Tools. We need Nmap. Oh, this has got a dependency of lib linear. Right, so let's do that next. Okay, so make lib. And install it. And that's finished. Lib linear. Okay, shut that down, and now we can do Nmap. Okay, so let's put these sed commands in and remove a useless dependency and install it with these commands. Okay, that's done. If we wish to run the test suite, we need to prepare it with that and then run the tests as the root user. It says it needs a graphical session. Okay, that's complete. Looks like all 37 tests passed. So let's install that and tidy up. Okay, I've added that to the spreadsheet. I'll shut that down and we'll go to traceroute next. There's a note there at the top. Overwrites the version of traceroute that was installed in the iNet utils package in LFS. This version is more powerful and allows many more options than the standard version, so it's a good idea to install this. So build it and install it. So that's traceroute. And last of all, we've got whois. And compile that. It says you can install the whois program, the make password program, and locale files independently. Control your choice of what is installed with the following commands issued as the root user. So it says make password will overwrite the same command installed in LFS. So we can only make the assumption that it's maybe better, possibly, similarly to the traceroute program. Don't know. So that's done. So that's whois. Back to GNOME NetTool, and we can now install this. So let's start by downloading it and a patch. Okay, so let's put the patch in first. And fix. And compile it. So there's no test suite, just install it, and that's done. So GNOME Net Tool. Okay, so move on to, let's see if we can test this actually. GNOME Net Tool, internet. Well, yeah, that'll probably be Nmap, I imagine. Yeah, it is. So it's not that one. Might be System Tools. See if we can find it here. All right, Network Tools. Okay. Yep. So we've got everything here. That looks fine. Yep, that's good. So now let's go on to GNOME Power Manager. And compile it. Test OK. Install it. And that's done. So there's a quick test of that. Accessories maybe. System Tools. Right, let's search for it again. Power Management. So that looks okay. Haven't got a lid. So I'll add that to the spreadsheet. Okay, that's done. Can't run the test because we haven't got an external package external to BLFS. So we'll install this, and that's done. GNOME System Monitor. Is that going to be under System Tools? Yep, there it is there. So that looks to be working okay. So that's fine. Add that to the spreadsheet. And next we've got GNOME Terminal. Okay, that seems to have got stuck. Oh, it's picking up again. It's having a bit of trouble. We've got there. Okay, GNOME Terminal. So fix and deprecated schema entries and build it. That looks fine as it is. That's all done. Test it. That's passed. So we can install this. It says that to run GNOME Terminal, the environment variable lang must be set to UTF-8 locale prior to starting the graphical environment. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I've already set that. It just seems that so many more applications rely on UTF-8 now. So GNOME Terminal. Let's look for that one. I guess it's that one there. Yep, it is. Looks quite basic actually. Probably isn't, but yeah. So GNOME Terminal. And that's done. GNOME Weather next. I'll click on that. Okay, let's fetch this. So GNOME Weather. Okay, and let's run some tests. That looks good. And install it. Okay, let's have a look at that one. What's that going to be under? Accessories, maybe? Yep, weather. London in Kiribati. Let's try London in UK. Yep, that looks fine. So that's GNOME Weather. Next we've got something called Goo Char Map. So we've got some downloads to fetch here. I've already got this UCD by the looks of it. Okay, let's just check they're the same. Yeah, they are. Okay, I'll get rid of the second one then. So, extract GU char map. It uses 2 unversioned downloads. You may want to rename this to version name to make upgrades easier. Right, okay. So MV UCD to UCD -17, I imagine, 17.zip, and MV unihan to unihan -17. Oh, .0.0 they are. Right. Let's do like this. .0.0. And likewise with unihan -17. Okay. So let's copy and paste this. See what else we've got. Okay, so the only thing is to install the documents. It says remove it, or we can set this to true. Ah, right. So they've told us to change them to version numbers, but of course the commands here refer to the original file names. So let's just fix that. Oh, right, okay, I'm in a different place now. So let's try that right from the top. That's better. So remove that and then install with Ninja install. And that should be done then. So let's have a look. There's be an accessory. Yeah, character map. So it looks like some of these obscure ones aren't capable of being displayed in various languages. For Roman is there. Okay, so there's some there. Anyway, that looks fine. So that's GU char map. Next we've got loop. So build this. Okay, that finished. It recommends to run the test after being installed. So let's install it first. And that's failed for some reason. Okay, let's try logging in as the root. What's this? Ninja install. Try it like this. Yeah, that's better. And if you've installed, I've no. Oh, right, testing next. So let's run the tests. Okay, that's passed the tests. Just one other thing, if you're rebuilding this and you've got Eye of GNOME, to remove that desktop link there. If you want to use loop instead of Eye of GNOME. So apart from that, that's complete. So let's see if we can test that. I presume it's that one, is it? Looks like it. This is one annoying thing with GNOME applications. They use two different names, so there's no reference to loop here at all. They've just called it image viewer. The only clue that it's the same program is the version number. But it's quite disconcerting that if you think you're looking for something and you can't find the name of it. Right, so Seahorse we've already installed. It was a dependency for something else. What was it dependency for? Evolution, so that's already installed. So we can move on to Showtime next. In fact, what was Seahorse? Managing encryption keys. We should be able to find that in here actually. Not sure what it would be under. Other maybe, no. Password and keys. Okay. Well, that seems to work anyway. So Showtime, this is a media player by the looks of it. Okay, compile that. No test suite, so just install it. And that's done. So I'll add that to the spreadsheet, Showtime. And let's see if we can, at least run this. Sound and video. See, it's called Showtime, but it comes up as video player. It's, yeah, can throw people off if they're not used to this. It doesn't seem to be running. It says it's already running. Let's kill that one and try running it again. Right, so it seems to be an issue with it starting up. Cannot make GT4 paintable sync. Right. So that's sort of thing that might be something to do with the fact that I'm in X11 rather than Wayland. It could be that. So might be that I have to switch that over and retry. Yeah, it does run okay. It's just trying to get something loaded in GTK4 maybe. Let's try that. No, still won't work. Okay, so let's go on to snapshot. Takes pictures and videos from webcam. Well, I won't be able to test this, unfortunately, because I've got webcam installed on the Raspberry Pi. But let's install this runtime dependency to start off with. So install the libdavid plugin. Right, that's built, so we can install it now. Okay, we can build GTK4 plugin. Right, so that's finished. We can install it with this command. And then run a test, basic functionality with this command. Should play a test video in a GTK4 window for 2 seconds. Okay, that looks familiar. That's interesting because that's got that GTK4 paintable sync there, which is the error message was getting on the video player. So I don't know where this video test source is. It'd be nice to know where that video is for testing. Not sure what that exclamation mark does. That's something I've not come across before. I'll try Showtime with that actually, see if that fixes the problem with it. Yes, it does. So I'm not sure what that enables, that exclamation mark. I'll have to have a quick look on the internet about that. I'll negate a condition. Okay. Unable to play video. I didn't specify video, so that's why. Let's try this. I wouldn't know where to look for that document actually, but it's clearly working. It's just some interface to display by the looks of it. I'll try and run it again. Oh, it is working now, okay. Oh, maybe it was a library that needed loaded with ldconfig. Maybe that's all it was. But yes, I'd like to know where this video test source is. GST launch. Okay, I can spend time looking at that another time, but basically that's been working, so we can tidy that up. GST plugins RS GStreamer. So that's called GST plugins RS. Okay, and then we've got, okay, we can build snapshot now. build it. Okay, yeah, it says it takes a little while to build, so I'll wait for that. Okay, that's finished compiling, so let's now run the tests. Okay, that has finished testing and it's all good, so we'll install that. And looks like I'll have to become root again. Actually log in as root. And that's done. So that snapshot save that, and I'll need to test this, don't I? So let's have a look at graphics. No, it's not under that one. Is it under here? Camera, must be that one. Well, yeah, you can try. So yeah, it's loaded. Let's do about. Yeah, it's working. So again, this is called camera, but the package is called snapshots. There's no connection at all with the package name and the app name. It's a bit of a weird thing to do. So anyway, that's the last of the GNOME apps. They did eventually all work. It's clearly libraries that need to be loaded with ldconfig to get things to work. The only thing I need to do is to try to get GNOME to work again. And then when I've done that, I'll do KDE next. So let's have one more go at this. I'll shut that down. Log out. Edit this. Assume I'm actually starting the right program. GNOME shell, not sure. GNOME shell would be it. I may have to wait for the GDM, the GNOME Display Manager, to investigate this, because if that doesn't work, then I know there's something else wrong. Let's try exec GNOME shell. See what that does. Oh, okay, so maybe it's GNOME shell then. Don't know what the session is. So this looks like it has loaded. Yep, there's all the apps. I was trying to run the wrong program then, clearly. Not sure what that is. Let me log that out of it. Oh, in fact, I could do everything from here, can't I? So there's a file manager. That clearly works. Calculate we've already seen. And let's load up a terminal, which will be that one there. Yep, that's the GNOME terminal. Edit, Xinit RC. This is a horrible font. Let's try and change that. Okay, that's a bit better. And let's put this into right, it's going to use the system theme. So if I try and make the system a dark theme, so let's look for a settings. I wouldn't know what this is called actually. Oh, settings, okay. Is that loaded? Doesn't look like it. Oh, system, let's try in there. Disk logs, tweaks. Oh, so these add-ons. Right, not interested in that. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. Appearance. Right, doesn't look like a breeze dark. So I'll take it on GNOME at the moment. Oh no, on Adwaita, right, okay. Does that not change immediately? No. Okay, I don't really know how to drive this. Appearance, let's put this back to Adwaita. Windows. So there doesn't seem to be a dark option. Okay. And I don't know what that settings did. Else it is under settings, so that didn't work. Right, not sure why that's not running. Right, so I'll get rid of or change this to shell. delete that one. No, I'm not sure why that's not working. Let's try the video player again, see if that's working still. Let's try that out of interest. Yep, that's loaded okay. And it was called Showtime, wasn't it? Showtime. But it's obviously called something else on here. Weather map settings, video player, that was it. And it's not even alphabetical order. Okay, so it's definitely working now. There's nothing in there. User share. Showtime. No. What about GTK4? Permission denied. Okay. Well, I'm fairly happy, apart from the settings, fairly happy this is working. That's obviously the desktop then, is it? How do I move that? Let's get rid of that.